My topic.
Yeah.
And the topic's over.
I was going to try to say a joke, but I was like, do not joke.
No, we shouldn't joke about that. That's my topic is Twitter, the worst thing ever.
No.
I love Twitter. Big fan of Twitter. Twitter ruins my day a lot. And I find that in the days where I will myself not to open it as soon as I wake up, I'm in a better mood for the rest of the day.
I literally open it the second I wake up.
So do I. That's the problem.
What the fuck is wrong with us?
We want to know what's happening with our fans.
What's wrong with us?
Here's what's wrong with you two. You have a shit ton of Twitter followers.
Yeah.
Tim and I are just like, this is fun because we're getting a normal wave of interaction with people.
It's my job.
It is your job.
It's my job.
You have to interact.
Yeah. And I'm okay with it. I like it.
Yeah.
Speaking of interacting, by the way, I didn't want to run these during yours. I felt like it would be shilly during yours, but I can shill during mine. Right here they go. The names. Right here. The names of people who supported us on Patreon for our first month. I said I'd make fun of some of the names.
I think Luis is up first.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's going right there.
Well, now you've really screwed it up.
I don't know if that's the case or not.
You don't even know how to. I can't even unlock the computer. Look at how mad Kevin is that he had to do that.
Tweeted a lot of work. Yes, thanks again, guys. By the way.
Hold on, I said I would try to mispronounce names.
Oh, are we doing
Luis,
it?
I've already mispronounced Luis.
That's actually one of our Patreon rewards, is that I will mispronounce your name.
Oh, really?
Because
So
I'm
easy.
really, that happens a lot.
Here's a name that I thought that's going to go through at some point. Kevin, put it up whenever you need to. Don't worry about it right now. Son Sanders.
Oh, that's a sick name.
What a dynamite name.
That sounds like the name of the sidekick that's way cooler than the main character, that teaches the main character how to like overcome the adversity of the A story plot, but then dies in the third act like Han.
Didn't see that one coming.
Grapefruit Dan.
I like that.
Grapefruit Dan.
That's not a real name. No one's the real
Well,
name.
it's not their real name. They can put in whatever they want.
I want to read
That
names.
might be the real name.
No, I say it was part of the thing that I got to mispronounce names. What's wrong? What's happening in your game?
It's a tied game.
Oh, this is BS.
Goddamn Wilsons.
Oh, Giants.
Here's an interesting name. Matt Scarpino.
That's my brother.
Yeah, I know. I can see his little face. I know.
I can see it. Like he has that amazing picture next to him where he's posing.
I love it. Thank you, Matt Scarpino.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Only $20.
A month.
Yeah, we'll see how much.
It's
We'll
more
see
than
how,
you contribute to this.
We'll see how. Well, I give my blood and tears to this. Oh, I'm sorry. Back to it. Yeah. Twitter, here's the thing I find that I love talking to people on Twitter. Like we've talked about on this show before, sites I visit every day. I visit Twitter.
Yes.
I love Twitter. Twitter's great. I still find it like I know that people tweet things at me and don't mean to ruin my mood or day, but they do, and then it ruins my mood or day. And it's just little things like we missed something on the podcast, or we were wrong about this fact, or like today. Here's I'll run you through a Podcast Beyond story. Right, I'm working at work today. And I'm just like that.
How he does it.
Making the Podcast Beyonds for
Also
everybody.
playing the organ.
Then,
same thing.
Yeah,
Same
we had to do
keystroke.
Beyond late in the day. We did Beyond late in the day. Then there was meetings and shooting and all this different stuff. So then I was trying to get Beyond done before I left. And I sat down. It was like 4:30. We're trying to leave at 5:30. I sit down. I put Beyond in. There's beneath the audio of Beyond. All of Beyond. Just the entire time.
Do you know how easy that is to fix?
No.
It's easy.
How do you fix it?
You do take the get the little noise removal tool in Audacity. You just
Audacity.
sample a little piece of that hum and it just takes it right out.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
from the whole
Well,
track.
here's how I did it instead.
Okay.
I have a backup track that I run. So I ran and got I edited the Beyond audio track the way I wanted to cut out all the curse words. Then I ran and got the MP3 in there. We're running late. We shut it down. Came home, opened up, published it, blah, blah, blah. And then kids are tweeting me today like, "Oh, I'm so happy you kept the curse words in Beyond." I'm like, "Motherfucker, I didn't mean to at all keep the curse words in Beyond." And so that made me mad. Now, they didn't mean to ruin my day, but
So
they ruined my day.
that's why Twitter.
That's a lot different from someone tweeting at you and saying, "Wow, Veronica Belmont got fat."
Trust me, they tweet that at me too. And I'm like, no,
Yeah,
she,
but
she
they
looks
don't use
really
the
good.
word "got."
Got.
They don't use the word
it's
got.
the got. It's the got.
just say
and that
well.
was like 3 years ago, and I still think about it.
Oh,
like,
really?
all the time.
Wow. No, let's. I mean, we don't have to get into this debate, but I would imagine that you have a much harder time on any social media platform
Once
or
in a
comment
while.
section
I mean,
than we do.
I really cannot complain compared
Okay.
to what other people get. Like, I've been really lucky. Like, don't jinx this, guy.
No, our
Our
audience
guys
is
is the
good.
bomb.
Okay, but yeah, I don't know. I've been pretty. I get shit once in a while, but it's not as bad as other people get it by
Okay.
a long shot. And
See, but that's the thing. It's not even the. I'm not. When somebody's like, "Oh, you got terrible teeth, you gay person," I'm like, "Oh, whatever, mute you. I don't care. I never worry about you again." And I'm like, I have great teeth. Anyway, mute him.
I do the kill him with kindness.
Oh, sure.
usually,
Hey,
like 95% of the time.
Yeah, I go once in a while. They'll get under my skin, but I mean the ones that like just really it's just where you're getting bogged down. It's the same comment over and over again. Like people trying to respond to a contest I did a year and a half ago. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I ain't got.
This is all totally different from what I expected you to
Yeah.
complain about.
You really are just
This is-
complaining about
This
nothing.
is the tip of the iceberg.
You're just kind of bitching about shit that
This is stuff that doesn't matter at all.
that doesn't matter.
Oh,
at
it doesn't
all.
matter.
I'm
does
with you,
it?
Greg.
See,
No.
thank you.
I
But
support
then you
you.
get into it where it is the bad stuff, where people get caught up in the echo chamber, as Colin always calls it, where everybody's mad about the same thing, but that thing doesn't even matter. And somebody's so this has happened. This is the giant. The fact that we have a different controversy every day to worry about, or every week, more likely, it makes them all seem
Like the Seventh Heaven scandal today.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, let's
what
not
the
get ahead of
hell?
ourselves. Let's see what
I
happens.
always- I
with
knew
the
it.
Seventh. You knew.
That sucks. It's terrible.
I feel like social media, too knee-jerk reaction to everything, and so it just gets out of hand. I don't. And the kids who are actually trying to be mean to me, I don't care about. The trolls, I don't care as much about.
Yeah.
The fact that though I can wake up and get bent out of shape before I wake up and I open the thing, it's 6 a.m. my time. Some kid's like, "Where's Podcast Beyond?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, I don't record it for another
But they're
10 hours."
excited.
I know, but why don't they understand? I gotta sleep at
They're
some point.
excited.
And then when I don't do something, well, I do too much. They say, "Oh, you should. When do you sleep?" And then you don't do a thing one day. Oh, why did you do it?
Yeah. See, the other side of that though is like I do, like, and of course I get it much less than you do, so maybe that's a big reason why. But when we do mess things up, which we do often because
Yeah.
we're us,
Uh-huh.
like it's nice to be like, oh hey, you guys forgot to do this. And It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I did.
That has saved my ass so many times.
It's
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah, that's helpful.
But yeah, then
See, I
when
think-
there's like 10,000 of them,
I just feel like there's shortcomings I already know about that I don't need to be
Yeah, but
reminded
they don't know
of.
that. No one knows that.
They should know that I know that my shortcomings are shortcomings.
We know your shortcomings. I know
you.
my shortcomings. I know
Yeah?
Tim's shortcomings.
Your hair, your back.
Twitter's
All
the
that
worst for
stuff.
different reasons, though.
Okay, lay 'em on me.
I like the whole echo chamber thing,
Yeah.
or the suddenly there's tons of drama somewhere about something, or it's hard for people to convey ideas in 140 characters, so they come off sounding a way that maybe they didn't.
That's the
intend.
other thing. Somebody comes off the wrong way. I respond.
I'm like, oh no, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, and you're like, well, what did you mean it as? Why did you say it like that? Today? Here's a great example that probably is the genesis of all this. Today's comment on Twitter was, just got done listening to the Sean Finnegan episode of the GameOverGreggy show. The GameOverGreggy show's been bad recently, but the mathematics topic was awesome. Parentheses, still a big fan. It's like, that's not a nice thing to say. Like, what? You didn't even give me any feedback on what you didn't like about the topics / things before then.
Yeah.
Like, help me out here, bro. I need constructive feedback. Other people tweet and be like, hey, just so you know, this is broken. Where?
What?
When? You know,
Yeah.
hey, in your video today, this happened. Well, I put out 7 videos a day. I don't even know what that means.
See, for me, I have a bigger problem with Facebook than Twitter.
Yeah.
Because I find Facebook, people say a lot more stupid shit. Like, maybe just because they're my friends. Like, I know them. They might
Yeah.
not be my friends, but I personally
You
know
find
them.
things about people on Facebook that you wish you didn't know.
Exactly.
A
Twitter,
lot.
they don't have enough time to say the bullshit. Where it's like,
Wait,
on
Nick's got it.
Facebook, they'll write essays. And I'm like, come on. I just don't like it.
Well, see, that's why I like Twitter. Twitter, the brevity of Twitter is the best part of it, right? That people can come in and be like, there you go. Here's all I had to say to you.
Yeah.
What did you open that with? You
See,
got it?
the reason I hate Twitter is it's hard to look at people's pictures. Like, no matter how hard they try, it's still hard to, like, really get a good sense of what's going on from someone's profile.
Have you seen my profile picture?
No.
I'll show you.
It's Veronica summed up.
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know how to use.
Just her eating a burrito
I don't
and a
know-
pizza
I don't
at
know
the
how to
same
use
time.
this.
Like, it's the
Drinking
same
wine
thing.
with a microphone in the
There you go.
background.
See, sums it up. But I'm talking about, like, you see the one picture and you're like, I want to know more about this person. And then you click on their profile, and then it's super hard to find, like, I mean, they have all the pictures together, but even if you cycle through those, the stories that tell aren't what I want them to be.
This is interesting
Tim,
feedback.
you just want them to all be selfies of hot girls.
That's what you
That's
want.
really what I'm
That's
getting
not what
at
I'm
with this.
implying.
No, it's
No,
kind of what I'm
there's
getting
more-
to.
I think that's what she was.
I don't trust somebody whose Twitter page doesn't have photos of themselves in the photo feed.
But that's what I'm saying. It's
I know,
like,
I'm
this
backing
is
you
all
up.
important stuff. I'm not talking about the selfies. But yeah, if you don't have some selfies,
Well, this is like
you're not
this
doing
is the
Twitter.
thing with us. So because we do stuff in public, on podcasts, on shows where we are ourselves and we're very much out there and we put our faces out there and our words out there and they're supposed to mean something about who we are and what our opinions are.
They are.
And then when we get feedback from people who's like a picture of a fucking dog talking shit and you're just like,
Yeah.
well, this isn't fair.
Yeah.
Like, this is not an equal argument. Like, you know who I am, and I'm not getting any kind of sense about where you're coming from on this. You're just a totally anonymous person.
You're a dog.
Like, you're a dog.
Nobody cares
Literally.
what you say, dog. Your property.
You're an adorable
don't
dog
matter.
saying horrible things. Like, what is that?
You know, but I mean,
What is
it,
that?
it boils down to though. I mean, like this is the life that we've chosen, and not to quote The Godfather, but that is
true.
true, right? I mean,
It's
that's, that's I think it's The Godfather. If it's not, please feel free to correct me.
But it is kind of weird.
Nick_Scarpino on
It
Twitter.
is kind of weird to get the feedback and not be able to feel like you're having a real conversation with a human being because it's like an anonymous, like, no real name, no place where they live, no picture of a human being, and you're just like,
Yeah.
But for all they know,
Damn
we could
egg.
be fake people too.
Ooh.
I might be. No one's ever seen me actually stand up before. I could be like a puppet,
Or
like,
really
like
tall.
a really good animated Muppet, and you could just be a giant.
Yeah.
You're just
No,
like-
you. I'm saying you could. Be
Yeah,
really
but
tall.
I mean, if I were tall, really tall, you'd.
But
be
maybe
like,
that was the thing. You stood up and then nobody expected it.
I'm all
and then you
torso?
go. Yeah.
That'd be amazing. No, I think at the same time though, whatever you say, is it the worst thing ever? No, it's not the worst thing ever. It's got bad parts to it.
But here,
I
why
think-
are we
I
so
think the
obsessed with it? I
pros
guess.
outweigh
Why do
the
we
cons.
wake up and do it we check it? And you
Because
can't stop.
it's new information. It's like it is constant
addictive.
new. It's news. It's entertainment. It's your friends. It's like everything you like.
It's right
like,
there. I love it so
updated,
much.
you know what I mean?
The problem I have with it is when I'll do it where Christine and I are out to a restaurant, we're waiting on the food, you check your thing, you put it down, you try to talk a little bit, and you're like, you're just talking about Shadows of Mordor. And you pull it back out, and you're like, what? And then I'm right back to it, and it's like, oh my God, I can literally see that 2 minutes have passed.
Yeah.
And I've missed it. And I'm like, why aren't more people updating?
Yeah. Well, see,
What else is
that's the
happening?
best
how many
feeling.
people do you follow?
I 986.
I'm like 1,000 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
And
I-
I still feel like it's not enough because I'm always updating so much. I'm like, talk more.
Someone
yeah.
say something.
The other day I started clearing people out. And not clearing, I took out like 5 people, which felt like a lot. But it's like, really, I'm like, well, why do I follow you? And you're not saying anything interesting and da-da-da-da-da. But then you get in that whole thing of like, you'll run into those friends who will ask you like, hey, you don't follow me on Twitter anymore. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of boring.
Yeah.
You
See,
bored.
the best thing though is when you go to the either notifications page or just the main feed, and you pull it down, and it does that little bloop, and like the new ones come when you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it feels good.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Love it.
You like the notifications.
I'm
Yeah,
actually-
yeah.
How many people do I follow? I don't think I follow that many people. I should follow more people. I think
So
that's my.
the trick is, if you don't want to unfollow people for social concerns, you can just mute them in Tweetbot.
Yeah, you can mute them on Twitter too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's straight up app.
I think-
Yeah, but then
good-
you run
good
into
workaround.
the problem though. What if they're trying to tweet at me? Now, granted, you can just always say you miss it.
Yeah.
I miss tweets all the time, left and right.
Yeah, I'm only following 141 people.
Wow.
You're doing it wrong. See,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm at like 500.
Are you?
Yeah.
So how do you even keep up with anything? Like, how do you even see
It's not
anything?
like
It moves
much
that
happens,
fast.
Nick. It's like
I'm also very, very obsessed with just the people that are tweeting at me. And so oftentimes I very seldom actually check the timeline or the feed.
yeah.
So-
You guys should all tweet at Nick_Scarpino and tell him that he should tweet more. Your question should be,
True,
hey
too.
Nick, what would a tweet be if you had to write one right now?
It would all be about Taco Bell. They know this. See, what you guys don't understand is I tweet a lot. I just tweet in reply to a lot of people and go back and forth, and you never really see that because I don't want to muck up all your feeds with that. But I have great, very intelligent, albeit brief, conversations with people on Twitter all the time. These guys are great, and so that's what I'm saying.
these guys are great.
it's great. And it's Joe Piscopo.
Good one. Good joke, Piscopo.
It's fish.
What is he doing nowadays?
Joe Piscopo?
Yeah.
Probably melted from all the plastic surgery and steroids that he took.
What if he just punched through the wall right now?
He's like, I've been here all day.
I've been waiting.
You said there's some bad stuff. I think by far, obviously we're saying it to have a topic of discussion, but the good stuff by far outweighs the bad stuff, I think, on Twitter.
Here's another Twitter pet peeve because I don't want to take this to a positive way. I can't fucking stand the people who tweet. Well, that last retweet was because I'm just angry about that situation. And then I scroll through my things looking for like, oh, this is from, Tim retweeted this, and I can't find it. So then I got to click on your goddamn profile and go through and then go.
Yeah.
you know what I'm
I've
saying?
never experienced that.
Oh, I follow a
yeah,
bunch of bad
that's-
tweeters, I guess.
Also, you were just trying way too hard at this. Sometimes I reply to stuff without reading any of the above thread. I'll be like, yep, that's great.
No, I'm
No
doing
idea.
it right. You're the one who's
'Cause it
just
goes
signing
by
up for
so
horrible
fast.
things.
And I think, I mean, that's...
It doesn't even go, you don't follow many people. How can you go by that
It
fast?
goes by at a moderate pace. But you're also, I think, again, like Tim said, it's all volume, right? You get hit a lot more than we do. But at the same time, I think you also have a level of perfection that you strive for that Tim and I just don't
I
have.
tell you what, when some motherfucker tweets me that I have a typo in there, I'm like, oh, fuck. Because there's no edit function. Can we
Yeah.
just let it go?
Yeah.
You knew I meant to say mine
See,
instead of Mew. Come on.
That's something I don't like about it is that I have mine linked to my Facebook. So whenever I tweet, it does it automatically on my Facebook. So if I do have a typo and I mess up and I hit post, then I'm like, oh, shit, I need to delete this. Go to my Facebook, delete that. Oh, it's a disaster.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people still see the old tweet.
Oh, yeah. You
and
can't get away from it.
No, it's like
Bad tweets are forever.
One time I accidentally retweeted myself. I got a
I
lot
don't
of shit
think
for
you
that.
can do that.
I was copying and pasting it just for somehow it looked like I was retweeting myself,
you,
and it was
like,
like,
did
did Nick just retweet himself?
I always like when somebody talks to themselves.
Yeah.
At Nick _Scarpino, and you say something like, Portillo farting?
No, Portillo. Jesus.
Woo!
What are you feeding that dog?
Hey, buddy.
He just switched to Beneful Healthy Diet because the other store was out of Beneful Original.
It smells like it. I was gonna guess that.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I'm getting the.
You getting the waff? The gooseberry waffle.
You can smell the little red circles. That's where that's the Beneful.
Oh.
What is that bad? What is
little
that?
red circles.
I don't know what it
Like
means.
his little butthole.
No,
My
I mean
God.
like Beneful has little Beneful has little red balls. That's bad too. Everything I say is bad right now. Portillo eats red balls. Is what I'm trying to say.
This is awesome.
I just fucking snorted.
Yeah, I heard that. It was right in my ear. Kevin heard it too. It was really
He's
great.
laughing at me. That's why I knew he heard it.
The Game Over Greggy Show.